It's the Frankenstein Control 3rd Anniversary Special! Starring Ving Rhames, Taika Waititi, the Meatball Man, the ghost of Hideo Kojima, Alexander the Great, Alexander the Shit, Ray Skywalker.
Hi, I'm Raymond Skywalker. I operate a pool supply store in suburban.
Musical guest, Amy Mann, Marina and the Diamonds, a chorus of dogs we've trained to howl the Soviet national anthem, and your host, Brian Doyle Murray.
What's all this noise, boy? Wake me up! Why are all these people here? What's going on? Ah!
Oh my god, I thought it wasn't loaded.
B-Rye, what the hell?
I like to click it at people sometimes.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Cut the episode!
Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Hello and welcome back to Frankenstein Control. Nothing bad happened. Brian's fine.
We certainly didn't kill our third host.
He's fine.
He's fine. Yeah, listen,
he's totally
here
fine.
he is right here. Oh, it's me, Brian Doyle Murphy.
It sounds just like him.
That's me. I'm doing just fine.
Jesus, Taylor, do you have to puppet the corpse mouth when you say that?
Shut the fuck up. I'm just fine, ladies and
It's a
gentlemen.
radio show.
Yes, don't worry about me. I'm just going to watch the show.
We also know my gun is now safely unloaded. I took all of the bullets out of it.
Ow!
I don't know what that was.
Damn it! Fuck it, we're still doing it. Hi, welcome to the Frankenstein Control 3rd Anniversary Special. I'm gunshot victim Taylor Russell. To my right is Ada Ship.
I'm Ada, and I'm Shocked Onlooker 3.
And in front of me, as always, is handgun aficionado B-Rye.
I'm B-Rye, and I am indeed that. Are you wearing the 2 pairs of socks that I told you to wear?
I'm wearing 3 pairs of socks. That's why you have to ask me in the first place.
Well, good, because that'll sop up all the blood. See, I figured I was probably going to shoot you at some point.
My
Yeah.
God, he plans for everything.
He's like Batman.
Every eventuality.
When you bring something dangerous like a gun into the house, you just have to assume you're going to shoot somebody with it.
That's what they're for.
Somebody not a burglar, you mean.
Stop, don't touch. Go tell an adult because I like you too much.
There was like a weird weekly reader. That was what it was called, the Weekly Reader, the Scholastic Weekly Reader.
I remember the Weekly Reader.
Yeah, we got those in like 1st grade, and one of them was like, what to do if you find a gun? And there was like the little characters in it who I think were all animal children. Like
That makes it really funny.
they're just found like a friggin' 1911 laying in the dirt in a playground, and I'm like, is that a common experience? Should I look forward to this?
It wasn't my school. I mean, you never played Bury the Gun? It was a gym class game. It was fun.
Was your gym teacher named Mr. Kuklinski?
Uh-oh. I think I might have some therapy to go to after this episode. Hey, it's our 3rd anniversary, everybody. It's been 3 whole horrifying years of Frankenstein Control.
Yep.
Cheer! Please clap.
Please. Well, my favorite political image or meme to come of the last 3 or 4 nightmare years is this like translucent image of Jeb Bush like superimposed with like his frowning face against a backdrop of a mushroom cloud with the text, "You should have clapped." I told you to clap.
Oh, Jesus. It's on days like these that we really should reflect on all of our accomplishments all these years of just babbling nonsense for 3 years solid.
As if we weren't doing it before. It's just then we started recording.
Yeah, pretty much.
And subjecting all of you to it.
That's essentially what got this show started in the first place, was just the 3 of us. You get us in a room together and we will just...
We'll talk some shit.
We'll talk some shit until the cows come home, and then those cows go home.
We can't turn it off. I remember many moons ago when we were in Richmond and we were having a discussion outside of a bathroom at that hot dog restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And the bathroom door opened up and a cloud of weed smoke rolled out. And like this dude's just like, I was in there listening to y'all, and guys are really fucking funny.
Wonder what he's doing now.
He's probably...
We should, I wish we could track him down and show him this podcast.
That man was Elon Musk.
On his first date with Grimes. Token up in the boys' room.
Token in the boys' room. But yeah, that's how we all decided this one. Like, our friends actually were the ones who were being like, you guys should just do a podcast and talk. And I was like, that sounds like a horrible idea. And then everyone's like, you shut up. And next thing you know, we're 100 episodes deep.
Taylor and I lapsed into a weird Abbott and Costello double act at a Christmas party recently, and amused the husband of an acquaintance, and that was a good time.
Oh, that is true. Our shit spouting ability is not merely contained on our dear podcast. It's just a thing that we can't turn off. And we inflict it all on you. Weekly.
We're just so funny all the time.
That's it's very
depending on what your brand of comedy is.
Yeah.
Your results may vary.
Depending on if you like insane people or not.
Yes, very true. I mean, our gigantic fan base is living proof.
Yeah. National darlings, Frankenstein control.
Mm-hmm. That's how we is. We are the national darlings. But no, it's good. It's a fun little, weekly break from the horrors of our world. At least I hope it is, for the most part. Unless you listen to last episodes. And
you got all riled up. I was mad, and I don't even give a shit about Star Wars.
I think I got less upset at the whole... Because, as I've admitted many times before, that I was an insufferable shitlord about Game of Thrones... and how much I hated the show and how much it differed from the books. And, I've spoken at length about this. We don't need to get into it again.
Right.
But I think the reason that I was less so about the Star Wars movies is because, as good or bad, depending on your, standpoint, as they were, Star Wars admitted straight up, out of the gate, we're going to depart from established canon. This is going to be some new shit.
People were pissed that we weren't going to see the Yuzong Vong, and it's
they suck.
Yeah,
I hate the Yuzan Vong. They were just designed to compete with Spawn back when that was still topical. They're dumb.
It's like, oh, what a tragedy. We what glorious lore we have lost.
I will admit that Mara Jade and the Skywalker kids and the Solo twins, rather, a lot of people really like them, and for good reason. And I'm more sad we missed out on them than the fucking Yuzan Vong. They could have had those same characters and just invented a more interesting threat.
Yeah.
But
I was on the completely different side. This is why I like The Last Jedi so much, is that it was trying to establish Rey as this nobody, non-legacy character.
Right.
And then instead of the Solo twins, we just have our goofy Kylo Ren, who's useless and shitty and a bad person. And
Swole shoulders boy.
And I thought that was cool, and I thought they were going somewhere with it, and then everybody got mad, and then Rise of Skywalker happened, and JJ tried to retcon it, and he fucking failed at it. And that's all we're going to talk about with Star Wars. This is our 3rd anniversary special, not Star Wars episode part 2.
I'm cutting us off here.
Yeah.
Then he gets mad.
You've had enough. I'm cutting you off.
Oh, Brian's better.
Yeah. He's doing fine.
Taylor, you force healed him.
Oh, fuck! No! I didn't know I had these blessed powers all along.
Yeah.
Well, gosh golly gee, that should help my bullet wound. I can't do it to myself.
Yeah, it's a...
I am still bleeding out.
It's a crazy diamond type deal. You can't heal yourself.
It turns out Frankenstein Control Season 3 is actually JoJo's Part 4.
Yeah, so join us for Season 3 of Frankenstein Control, where we go to Egypt to kill a vampire.
Because Egypt is known for its vampires.
It is.
Taylor, how have you been friends with me for 12 or 13 years and not just gotten used to carrying around tourniquets for the frequent weapon mishaps I've had?
Because mostly they're for you, and I don't want to help you because you'll never learn.
I'm never going to learn regardless.
That's a lesson I had to learn over the years. Oh boy, this is what it's all about, folks. Just coming together and talking about dumb horse shit. That's the Frankenstein Control way.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, I wanted to give this opportunity to announce that Frankenstein Control was co-opted by McDonald's. So now this is the McMacky Flacky.
Oh.
That's what this podcast is called now. I waited till the anniversary to announce this. I wanted to complete the fiscal year before.
So now there's a fast food chain.
And on the McMacky Flacky, we have to at least plug French fries at least once per episode. This is
They sell themselves though.
They're so good and salty and delicious. That yellow coloring.
It's good. It doesn't come out of a bottle. The French fries' actual color isn't pallid white with blue veins, and they have to color them yellow each of them by hand with a paintbrush.
They don't have to do that because at Mickey Doodles, they provide you with 100% juice for 100% kids, and that's frozen, pulped, and then placed into a French fry. The juice in question, why?
I'm really confused.
It's testicle juice. So anyway, that was the McMacky Flacky.
What happened? I feel like I lost
that
little innocence.
That was the McMacky Flacky French fry plug.
We have
That's
to do that.
just
now.
what happens. That's what this podcast is now.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, I'd yell at him, but I make plenty of financial decisions for the show without consulting either of you, hence our various weird sponsors over the years.
Yes, I finally took the initiative and actually got somebody who would support us.
Thank you, because I had nothing this week.
We just had to change our entire show and our format and everything important about our show.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Now we're to a soulless corporate entity.
That's the American way.
It really is.
That was the Soviet national anthem.
Yeah. May as well be at this point.
Welcome to the Soviet Union.
So B-Roy, remember how we had the mouse problem?
Yes. Has there been an update on that?
There has been an update. I think the problem is solved now. Basically, they were just coming in through the front door.
How? Did you give them all keys?
Yeah.
Little tiny mousy keys.
Yeah, that was
great.
a foresight should have... Hindsight is 20/20. I shouldn't have done that. But I thought it was a good idea at the time. But no, there's just a huge gap underneath our door. So I got like a door sweep, and now nothing can really fit under there. As soon as I put the door sweep on, we caught a mouse that I guess was stuck in the house and couldn't just leave. We found it, or I found it, in one of the glue traps.
Oh no! Why did you do
that
glue traps?
That Taylor bought that I didn't want him to buy.
Look, man. Look.
Glue traps.
Look. I know it's cruel. I know this. But when you've been going weeks when your mouse problem isn't solved, you start becoming a little unhinged. So that I'll chalk it up to that, because guess what? Looks like our mouse problem's gone.
Yeah.
So nice and effective. When other traps ain't working, all those traps I bought beforehand, all those snappy snip traps, they ain't fucking working. Poison traps, they're just gonna die in the fucking walls. You need to get rid of a critter, is fucking just glue 'em. Fuck it.
I feel like an accomplice to murder.
Well, you are, and so am I.
Yes,
we're bad people.
The reason I bring this up is because I found it in the glue trap. It was still alive. I had to put it out of its misery. And I'm too squeamish to just throw it in the trash myself, so I had to wait for Taylor to wake up to take care of it for me. So he goes over to it, and the poor thing was stuck in the trap and had been like chewing it up to try to escape from it.
So there was just plastic shit everywhere.
Plastic stuff everywhere.
And a little bit of blood from when you had bludgeoned it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, how dare I ask?
I crushed it with a bucket. Because I didn't want to dirty my shoes.
Death by Mr.
So I just
Bucket.
washed it with a bucket.
So
I'm genuinely upset about having to do that. I did not feel good.
And you shouldn't.
But the reason I bring this up,
that's
because
good
there
that
is
you
a
don't
funny
feel
bit.
good.
Taylor went to clean it up, and he saw all the plastic stuff, and he says, I'm going to say what I hope everybody else says when I die. I'm glad he's dead, but why do you have to leave such a mess? So, Taylor, I suppose as some kind of karmic justice, you will die at the ripe old age of 35.
Yes.
In a glue trap.
And I'll try and chew my way out.
Surrounded by peanut butter and plastic bits. and the now much larger Taylor roommate that I have, who's like 20 feet tall, so he can just pick you up and put you into our now giant-sized, man-sized trash can. We'll say that, and I will say, "Thank you, Giant Taylor. Please don't crush me."
And Giant Taylor will go, "Oh my God, a mouse!" You have to play Dodge the Foot. Mm-hmm. My favorite game. Feet.
Stop it.
Well, I think we could all use a wholesome gear shift after that.
Yeah, that was getting into a whole weird area.
What are you talking about? I love darkness.
Normally I do too, but I've been using a form of brain bleach again recently that's been working very well in light of the terrible state of events. Just constantly terrible state of events.
You've been drinking bleach?
Yes, but that's something else.
Okay.
I was doing that for health reasons.
He hasn't been drinking it. He's been pouring it in his ears to bleach his brain.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Different and safe.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Well, a long time ago, probably on like last year's season, if you want to call it that, I mentioned...
Last time on
Era.
Frankenstein
This is
Control.
Era 3.
This is Era 3. I mentioned a show called Joe Pera Talks With You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And, well, he came out with a new season.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's fantastic, and I love it. And it's just such a wholesome show. And again, it's just Joe doing what he does best, like walking around in his grandfatherly way, just sort of celebrating the mundane but pleasant aspects of life that we all share and immediately have like intimate knowledge of. And it's just sort of like this little love letter. Each episode is like a little love letter, but like to a little part of life that, your life is really composed primarily of those little moments. Mm-hmm. And it's good to take the time to just celebrate them and to, find simple, small joy in them. And that's what his show is about. Mm-hmm. And I think I also said this the last time I discussed this show, but I've been so preconditioned by other shows and movies and such to expect negativity and horrible things that, like, there are long, quiet moments on Joe Pera where he's just enjoying something. And I actually find myself getting anxious sometimes because I'm expecting something horrible to happen. Like, there's a scene where he is like, he spends the episode waiting for his grandmother to get her hair done at the, he's like in the waiting room at the, the beauty parlor. And then like the whole time he's talking about how he's excited because when they're done, they're going to go to the diner and get like a fried fish meal. And he's really looking forward to that. And like, he's totally looking forward to that. So then they go do that. And there's like this prolonged, quiet scene of them just enjoying each other's company and enjoying the meal. And it goes on for, quite some time. And I realized that, shows have taught me that this is when a horrible, embarrassing thing will happen. Or someone will enter with terrible news. And nothing happens. It's just nice. Yeah. He's just eating fish with his grandma and everybody's happy. And it's okay.
So... I'm going to pervert your little wonderful moment here a bit. What popped into my head when you were talking about this is that I want there to be a sequel series to Joe Pera Talks to You called Joe Pera Eats Your Skin.
Oh, God.
And
hello, my name is Joe Pera, and today I'm going to eat your skin.
But then the content of the show is exactly the same as the previous season. There's no skin eating.
It's totally
just,
nice.
Just pleasant.
It's just still the nice
niceness,
stuff.
Yeah.
The pleasant adventures of a middle school choir teacher in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan as he drives around in his Buick Park Avenue and enjoys simple things like going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's what the show is. That's what the show is about.
Joe Pera Eats Your Skin.
And the show is really funny. It's devastatingly hysterical, but the jokes are very, very subtle, and you really have to pay attention because, like, you don't know when one's going to come.
Yeah.
And most of it's just like the simple little pleasant premise that I was always talking about. But his girlfriend now, she was his love interest in the first season, and now they're officially a couple. And she's another teacher at the school, and she's like the I think she's like the musical instruments teacher, and she's played by a comedian named Joe Firestone, I think, who's really funny and cool. And
heiress to the tire empire.
Yeah, for real. And she's just this, like, she dresses like a teacher, so like long denim skirt, like an old lady basically.
Yeah.
Not like someone our age, because like both Joes, Joe Pera and Joe Firestone, are like our age. but they both dress like people in their 70s because they're like supposed to be mild-mannered teachers.
I like paying close attention to the shipping community of that show just because, that particular pairing was called JoJo.
I'm sure that it is. But anyhow, like there's a scene where she is like talking to him and she's wearing like a long vest over top of like her blouse, and she like just reaches for something, and like her character has like this weird side arc where she's like even though she's very mild-mannered, she's also like a Dale Gribble-esque doomsday prepper, and like has a fortified basement filled with canned goods and medical supplies, and is always talking about the government coming down on her. The difference is that she's actually competent and like could actually take care of herself and Joe.
Yeah.
But she just like sort of brushes aside her like long vest that she's wearing to like get something, and there's like a giant gun on her. And it's like not spoken of at all. It's just there for you to notice if you're like paying attention to the show. It's just really funny in ways like that. I actually had the opportunity to show it to my dad over the weekend, and he loved it. And we watched like 20 episodes.
Oh, wow.
And the episodes are only like 11 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's an Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
It's like that brief episode of... It's like in that one episode of Steven Universe where there was a brief moment that Peridot was wearing a dress, and then the wind blew at one point, and you can clearly see a thigh holster. That was the true... that was the true controversial moment of...
she was going to use it to shoot Jeff Bezos.
Change your mind.
Yeah.
What was that?
She was going to use it to shoot Jeff Bezos. That's a joke from our affiliated stream.
Yeah,
art stream.
I was asked to draw that in a stream once, and I did. And when Peridot shot Jeff Bezos, money flew out instead of blood.
He's more capitalist than man now.
Jeff Bezos, the capitalist Sith. He's a green-blooded Sith, that guy.
He bleeds gold and silver.
Down here on planet Bezos, we're simple folk. We just need billions of dollars. The richest planet in the galaxy. I don't know why we're going back to fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
It just keeps gravitating. It's like a black hole. It's a black hole in my heart.
It's all the darkness in my heart.
And it's all the hearts in B-Rice heart.
Yeah, I got like 4 of them in there. Because I did like with that dude on Naruto. What was his name? Kakuzu, where he had all those hearts in him. Because that's what he did. He stole people's hearts and it made him more strong for some reason.
It takes that courage.
Yeah, he steals their courage by eating their hearts.
Yeah.
And then his hearts become more hearts. That's where the real Kingdom Hearts is. Which, by the way, this month, Kingdom Hearts DLC drops. Going to be more ridiculous shit on the horizon. I just know it. But Kingdom Hearts is like the one series that I consistently allow myself to go, no, just go with it and have fun.
Because you have to, because the whole story's fucking bonkers.
Exactly.
I was playing Minecraft with Brian and Taylor a couple days ago, and we had 13 of something. And Taylor over Discord is just like, Organization 13, Sora. And like, that of all things, like, snapped me out of the haze of accepting anything from Kingdom Hearts. Like, I feel like I've been gaslit the whole time. Like, I've just accepted Kingdom Hearts as this franchise
as your Lord and Savior
that can exist and not be absolutely insane. It's madness.
It's pure madness. I don't know. I revel in the madness, though. Like, that's the one series where the stupider it gets, the more I love it.
Organization 13, Sora. Yuck.
Like, the dumber it gets, the more I'm like, yes, give this to me. I want it. Oh, fuck yeah. It's great. I take liquefied Kingdom Hearts and rub it on my thighs because it soothes me.
Oh. So that's what I walked in on you doing.
No, that was... you weren't supposed to see that.
You know, not to mention Star Wars again, but to mention video games, I actually did receive Fallen Order.
Oh, you got
Christmas.
Fallen Order.
Haven't played it at all
because I'm stranded.
Stuck on Death Stranding. I'm so obsessed with it. I just got the ability to make zip lines, and it's the most rewarding fucking thing in the world to fly around the map. This journey that took you like an hour the first time you made it because you're picking your way through BT territory. Now you just fly there with cargo and make deliveries to these places that used to be a pain in the ass to get to, but they're not anymore. and it's so fucking rewarding, and I love it so much.
Humiliate the terrain with the new zip lines.
I had a horrifying realization. This is the longest I've played a video game and really been invested in it, and I haven't killed a single person. I haven't killed anyone.
You're becoming non-violent.
No,
No,
he's just scared of the body explosions.
Well, I figured out that
Death has consequences now.
Yeah. Well, somebody said that there's this big old tar lake. Have you seen the tar lake?
Yes.
You can like dump stuff in there to dispose of it. Evidently, you can dump bodies in there too, so you don't have to hike all the way to a crematorium.
Yeah.
So there's tales on Reddit of people lighting up a whole camp of terrorists or mules and then like stacking 14 bodies in the back of a truck and then just driving the truck into the tar lake and it's fine, and that's how they dispose of them all.
It's really funny.
And I kind of want to try that. To be honest, I haven't met any of the homo demons yet. I haven't met them yet. I suspect I will soon, but I can't bring myself to kill a mule.
Right.
Just because they don't want to kill you.
Yeah, they're just
goofballs.
Yeah, they're goofballs who are annoying. They aren't lethal assailants.
Yeah.
they're just sick guys.
I would
They're
actually
ill.
feel bad if I shot one.
I never shot one. I ran one over, but he didn't die, so that was great.
Oh, well,
He
last
just has
night,
to live crippled for the rest of his life, which is
He'll
a
live.
death in its own way.
He'll live, but he won't live well. I got docked 100 likes by a porter I ran over last night.
I did that once. I accidentally ran over a porter with my motorbike. I was like, sorry, dude.
That's exactly
My
what
bad.
happened.
And like I tried to like maybe I could like compensate and like help him up or something because
No.
the game. No. In fact, his friend started to punch me, and I was like, I gotta get out of here.
I didn't see his friend totally ditched him when it happened to me. I had just pulled into the distribution center south of Lake Knot City, and I was going down the ramp as they were coming up. So I gave them like a "Hey yo, keep it on" little greeting that you do.
Yeah.
And I went down to the the distro terminal, got my orders, reboarded my motorcycle, and floored it back out of there, forgetting. And it's all like dark as fuck, and you can't see anything, and they take forever to go anywhere. So of course they're still going up the ramp, and I didn't see them. And I just floored it up that ramp, and I totally plowed, just ran right into him, and he just ate it. And
As you're flying through the air, grinding your back wheel into his septum, it's just beep, 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 beep.
yeah, pretty much just General Lead his ass straight into the pavement.
Just straight up Dukes of Hazzarded those poor fellers.
Yeah. Well, I only got one. The other one left.
And then the screen froze, and it's like, well, old Samuel Bridges getting in trouble again. That wacky boy and his baby.
Sammy Bridges and the Shine Boys.
Oh God, that game was fun. I had a great time, but it's like one of those things where once I completed it, I have not picked it back up.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I got everything I wanted out of it. Like, it was.
Oh, the game has
The
no
game was
replay
good for
value.
that. Yeah.
There's no way I would want to redo all of those deliveries.
Really?
Well, maybe.
Maybe a couple of years down the line.
Maybe a couple years down the line.
When like a lot of it is just like forgotten.
Yeah,
in memory
I can
and,
see that happening.
and all that kind of stuff. It would be pretty nice to revisit, but I think like it's kind of like Persona 5 in the aspect of like once you know what's the big chunk of what keeps you going in the game is like what happens next.
Yeah,
I gotta know what happens next. This is interesting. I gotta figure this out. And once you know, you're just like, well, okay.
Well, that's what happens. I played it,
And it's not like it's not like a game like Kingdom Hearts where you can go back every couple of years and just play through it and be like, this time I'm going to be a magic man. This time I'm going to put it on proud mode and make the
there's
game
not
harder.
really difficulty settings or.
I'm going to try and take on the
styles.
secret bosses and all that kind of shit.
I'm gonna beat the game without my Keyblade.
I'm going to beat the game without my hands.
Just play it with your dick.
That's me. Oh, hey. New game mode unlocked. Am I right, B-Rye?
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to grab my controller really quick?
No.
You sure?
No, I don't think I do.
Come on, man. Be a friend.
I'm over here trying to think up what Jeff Bezos' Sith name would be. The best I got so far is Darth Forbes, but
I think Jeff Bezos would be, because like the Sith kind of have like a through line as to what their names are. They're always kind of like very nasty sounding names. Darth Sidious,
Darth Avarice. How about that?
Darth Avarice. That's good. That's way better than what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
Darth Crotula.
I'm Crotula. I want to suck your dick.
No.
A blowjob from Jeff Bezos will cost you the entire price of a country.
I don't want to think about any part of that at all.
Including parts of Jeff Bezos.
I really, really don't want to think about that.
I love how our conversations keep coming back to Jeff Bezos. This is like the fifth episode in a row we've name dropped him.
Yeah, it's Bezos-Stein Control.
Speaking of...
We're going to rename the show now. It's Bezos-Stein Control.
I thought we were in McDonald's, whatever the fuck.
Where the
McDonald's is dead.
Where the
Jeff
McFlacky
Bezos-
Wacky. I can't even remember my own dumb
This is
joke.
Wacky Flacky.
The McTaika Waititi.
The Taika Waititi French fry hour, yeah.
Jeff Bezos bought McDonald's, and it's now Burger King.
Speaking of unwanted, unnecessarily sexual Cronenberg horrors, listen, I started watching Devilman Crybaby.
Oh, yeah.
And,
fuck.
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. The opener is really good. I like
Yeah.
that song a lot. It's pretty metal.
I saw how that series began, and then I saw how it ended through just circumstance, and I was like, no. not through not liking it. It was just like, it definitely struck me as something one needed to be mentally prepared for.
Yes.
And I am never mentally prepared for what I saw. I'm like, my goodness. Oh my gosh. You know, I try and put on a brave face, Mr. Glue Trap Mouse Killer here, but I'm just a big old softy. Mostly because I'm fat.
Well, we were shopping around for a new show to watch before we settled on Devilman Crybaby to give that one a try. We saw that Wakfu was on there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And so I remember, I was like, no, the guys were obsessed with Wakfu, and I never got into it. Why was that? I never got into it. Maybe I'll give it another shot. And we watched it, and Melissa was like, this is just if they gave Taylor a show.
Aw, that is incredibly flattering.
The art style.
That's incredibly flattering. Thank you.
And then we never watched any more of it.
It's kind of a trudge to get through in the beginning. A lot of it is very poorly paced. But the character moments are pretty good. But then like halfway through the series is when they actually start, like the first half of the series is all character, and then the next half of the series is all plot. But then like cool character moments happen within the plot, and it's like, oh, this is why I watched all those character moments, because all this shit actually matters and it has stakes now, and also it has one of the best villains in modern fiction. Just saying. So yeah, Wakfu is great. I'd highly recommend it. It's also the only series that got me to like a sports arc in a show, and I hate sports arcs. So
Sports arcs boy, none of that was words.
sports arcs are
Sports arcs
made of
are
sharks.
traditionally terrible.
Yes.
Yep, but
Because sports are terrible.
this one was fun. I liked it. But anyway, oh yeah, I just remembered. It's actually we've been talking shit for 30 minutes straight when we should have been talking about anniversary type thing, because this is our third anniversary. Ada's giving me the wrap it up sign. Okay, well,
She's waving
it's
the
been
wrap it
a
up
wonderful third anniversary for Frankenstein Control. Tune in next year when B-Rye fully becomes a skeleton, Ada fully becomes a catgirl, and Taylor's girth infects the entire planet.
Oh, I'm not dead yet. Somebody call an ambulance.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. I'm glad he's dead, but I wish he didn't make such a mess.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.